Have you ever noticed how many people today chase success, money, and influence, but still feel lost when life gets complicated? It's strange, isn't it? In a world overflowing with information, true wisdom seems rarer than ever, yet hidden inside the Bible, in powerful chapters like Proverbs 2, there's a kind of wisdom that most people overlook. The surprising truth is that wisdom isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about knowing how life actually works. And when someone begins to read and truly explain the message of Proverbs 2, they discover something extraordinary. The Bible reveals a path that protects your decisions, strengthens your character, and quietly leads you toward a life most people spend decades trying to figure out. Then, let's read the chapter together. My son, if you accept my words, and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom, and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, if you call out for insight, and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver, and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless, for he guards the course of the just, and protects the way of his faithful ones. Then you will understand what is right and just, and fair every good path. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will protect you, and understanding will guard you. Wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men, from men whose words are perverse, who have left the straight paths, to walk in dark ways, who delight in doing wrong, and rejoice in the perverseness of evil, whose paths are crooked, and who are devious in their ways. Wisdom will save you also from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words, who has left the partner of her youth, and ignored the covenant she made before God. Surely her house leads down to death, and her paths to the spirits of the dead. None who go to her return, or attain the paths of life. Thus you will walk in the ways of the good, and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the unfaithful will be torn from it. Let's say a quick prayer to thank the Lord for his mercy. Dear God, thank you for the wisdom we've just discovered as we read and reflected on the Bible, especially the powerful lessons in Proverbs 2. Sometimes life gets noisy and confusing, but your word brings clarity and direction. Thank you for opening our minds to understand these chapters, and for showing us that true wisdom comes from you. Lord, help us not just to read the Bible, but to live what it teaches. Give us the courage to choose the right path when it's difficult, the humility to keep learning, and the discernment to recognize truth from deception. Let the wisdom we saw in Proverbs 2 guide our decisions, our relationships, and the way we walk through everyday life. And Father, as we continue to read and explore more Bible chapters, plant this wisdom deep in our hearts, shape our thoughts, strengthen our character, and help us become people who reflect your truth in everything we do. Amen. Now here's the real question. After you read and reflect on Bible chapters like Proverbs 2, what will you actually do with this wisdom? Knowledge alone doesn't transform a life. Application does. Think about it for a moment. What if you began a simple daily habit of opening the Bible, taking a few minutes to read passages like Proverbs 2, and asking yourself, what decision today can I make with greater wisdom? Maybe it's choosing honesty when it's inconvenient, avoiding influences that pull you in the wrong direction, or seeking advice from people who walk with integrity. The truth is, wisdom quietly builds the future. The people who live stable, purposeful lives usually aren't the loudest or the fastest. They're the ones who consistently apply what they read in powerful Bible chapters like Proverbs 2. So here's something worth thinking about. What kind of path are your current choices creating? Are they leading you toward clarity, protection, and integrity, or toward confusion and regret? The wisdom in the Bible is available to anyone willing to slow down, read, and truly explain its meaning in everyday life. Now I'd love to hear from you. When you read Proverbs 2, what lesson stood out the most? What is one area of your life where you need more wisdom right now? Share it in the comments. Your insight might encourage someone else on the same journey. And if you want to keep discovering the powerful lessons hidden in the Bible chapters we read together here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next study. And as always, don't forget to check the last video and learn more about the scriptures.